Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Buzz on the MHRT network, as well as my own channel, Broncos. I almost said Broncos Breakdown. Broncos Buzz on YouTube. Amen. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments, Spence's comments, your comments in the chat. We are Broncos Buzz. I am your host, Bronco Bill, my co-host, KONA Spence. Thanks, guys, every single one of you for joining us every single Friday. KONA, what is going on with you this week, buddy?
Not much. Dealing with a little sciatica issue. So if you see a little twitch, yeah, this is what happens when we get older. I know my cousin Jeff, who's with my parents right now in Colorado. They're all having a big party watching the show. So cheers to you guys up there in Colorado.
Yep. Way to go. All right. Well, thanks for watching the show. Absolutely. Okay. Before we get into the topics, I got to bring this in. David Yonkin, you talk about a guy who is not in a really good position right now. He says, I'm in a hospital, but I'm listening to you guys. I've been in the hospital since Monday. David, if you have access to respond, hopefully it's not anything serious. If you feel like letting us know, that's fine. If not, totally understand. But my goodness, dude, you're in the hospital. And I mean, I know you can't go anywhere per se, but to just have our show on your mind in a hospital, that's pretty remarkable, man. I tell you what.
Cheers to you, David. Get well soon. And if you need us to send over an IV bag with some KONA beers in it, just let us know. Okay, we'll take care of that for you. I got a few connections.
Wow, that escalated quickly, as Mike would say. But no, in all seriousness, though, David, you're one of our regulars. You really do contribute a lot with your comments, and just really do appreciate you, chiming in and watching the show or listening and whatever under the circumstances that you're in. I'm just overwhelmed, amazed. Don't take any of this for granted whatsoever. But thank you so much for chiming in. Really do appreciate it. And get better soon. All right, guy? Get better soon.
Yep.
No doubt.
Get well soon. And we look forward to hearing from you next week about your recovery outside of the hospital and on the full road to full 100% recovery. So hang in there, David.
Absolutely. All right. Let's start out with Mr. Prima Donna. Aaron Rodgers is out of control. Totally out of control. Rodgers feels he is the NFL's quarterback king or something like that. He said it's up to the Vikings if they want me. But I'm not going to sit behind a rookie. Really? You're not going to mentor him? You're not going to help him? You're not going to oh no, I got to be a starter. You talk about arrogant? What a team and league cancer this guy is. Now, go ahead and give the update on where he was today, KONA.
So he was in Pittsburgh today, 6 hours with the Steelers, came out of the meeting with nothing. Zip, zero, nada, no contract, no callback, no, okay, we'll talk to you soon, no agent this, no agent that. 6 hours, thanks for playing, goodbye, you stuck-up, self-centered, materialistic, egotistical, superficial, conceited, parasite, wannabe, snob, gold digger. Got that.
Now, if anybody thinks that supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is harder to say than that, you're wrong. Because I can say that. I can't say what KONA just said.
No, it's just Aaron Rodgers at 41, 42 thinks he's still the man. This is not 2010 and you're going to take Green Bay to the Super Bowl. This is 2025. You've had an Achilles injury. You basically stank up the joint with the Jets. Everybody just run away from your attitude. You didn't get the Jeopardy job. Guys, Rodgers, no one's taking you. Retire, get out of here. Thank you very much.
David says if you guys, meaning us, were a GM or coach, would you want Aaron Rodgers?
I got 38 cents to offer him to be a quarterback.
38 cents.
Will you sign for 38 cents?
Pocket. That was classic, dude. That's classic.
No, because at this point, you go down some of the legendary quarterbacks who was in their last hurrah. They knew it was their last hurrah, and they wanted to try to give their education.
Well, Joe Montana went to Kansas City.
Went to Kansas City. Yes, he was the starter, but he mentored a few people. Rodgers, he thinks he's one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. He's not even one of the 32 best quarterbacks in Canada. All right.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm laughing, I'm sorry, Spence, to laugh, but Johnny, my coworker, by the way, Johnny, thanks for that big shout out, you guys, on your show, man. Really do appreciate it. Always give love to Johnny Linares and his co-host on their show. I almost said no nonsense and whiskey. No. Whiskey seltzer. You guys are younger than Spence and myself. I'm 66. Spence is in his 50s. If you're a lot younger than us, go check them out. These guys have lingo. I have no idea what they're talking about. So, but enjoy because it's fun. They're good. They talk about fun stuff. They talked about SpongeBob last show, and I'm like, what? And then they said, oh, well, the older people probably know Flintstones. I said, yeah, that's me. So, anyways, it's a great show, guys. Check it out. It's really good. They're up and coming, and it's only going to get better. Anyway, Johnny says Rodgers wants his girlfriend, Devontae Adams, with him. You think that's part of it?
No. I think I'm hoping Devontae, if he wants to continue having a career in the NFL, divorces himself quick, fast, and in a hurry from Rodgers. Rodgers is a plague, a virus, you name it. It's where if there is an NFL team that's stupid enough to sign him,
the Giants, the
Raiders. Oh, I'll tell you right now, if the Giants sign him, I'm going to Vegas and betting on the over and the total amount of win, or the under and the total amount of wins, and I'll still win.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Since last week, I brought up the Jackass of the Week, and I was corrected by those in the chat, which is totally fine. I want to be corrected. If I'm wrong, if something comes out after I've already done my topics and already done my notes, and things have changed, I appreciate that. Because what do we, Spence, pride the show on? Honesty, integrity, and being forthright, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So when we're being corrected, it's okay. We welcome that, guys. We absolutely welcome it. Here's an update to last week's Jackass of the Week, which I took off of Xavier Worthy and put it on his wife, Tia Jones. Here's the update. There is an update on last week's Jackass of the Week in Xavier Worthy. It turns out there is a new information coming out. Worthy was arrested on an assault charge. That's true. However, Worthy claims that his wife was the aggressor and that when he was in jail, she stole his property from inside his house.
Yep.
Is it not hers? Is it not joint? He said his house. Okay, let me continue. Law enforcement have reviewed Worthy's wife's Tia Jones's comments and found them to be unfounded altogether. Is this guy cleared or what?
You know what? You don't mess with a woman's scorn. So something we may never get the truth, but something has scorned this woman, and she is going after this guy. Right, wrong, indifferent. You want to know something? She got some kind of restraining order, I think, or some kind of holding agreement against him.
Yeah.
You know what? Just done with this story. I mean, my cousin Jeff right now, he's a big Kansas guy, and he wants us to talk about Kansas City, You know, there's only two things I know about the Kansas City Chiefs. My daughter is a huge fan because of Taylor Swift, and this Worthy guy who's got to get his act together. And
he's a rookie. I mean, come on, he's got his whole career in front of him. Don't have it blown. But like you mentioned last week, though, Spence, this guy's image is now forever tarnished.
It's
unfortunately.
He could be 100% innocent here. Could not have done anything. Could have been the victim, but because she filed the charge first, and everybody on the media is quick to jump on it, he's going to be tarnished forever. And you want to know something? It could come out one day that he did nothing, that he was in the right, he was defending himself. It's going to probably be on the last page of some newspaper, some blurb hidden in the deep corners of the website. I hope this kid, in all honesty, if he's innocent and he did not do anything, goes on and has a prolific career. Dump this girl quick, fast, and in a hurry. Whatever you have to do. They're married, right? I think they're married.
Yep.
She didn't even take his last name. Separate, get rid of her, take care of it, move on, get away from this virus.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I feel sorry for the kid. You know, I mean, I'm not a Kansas City. This isn't about being a Kansas City Chief fan. Okay, guys, you got to understand that. This is about integrity. This is about a guy's career who is being literally chopped at the knees before he even gets started. It's I mean, all of a sudden the guy comes in the millions of dollars and she's like, wow, wait a minute. Let me press charges. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm just saying, you know, you get this mindset. Maybe I can get some of this. I don't know. It's very, very sad. It's very sad that this guy's career is being literally ruined before he even gets started. It's a shame.
Diggers.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
Right.
David Yonkin says, okay, guys, I'm going back to sleep. Have a great show tonight. Best show around. David, I wish you all the best. I hope and pray that you get better, whatever you're going through. Thank you so much for even jumping in for the short time that you did. David, our thoughts and prayers go out to you, my friend. No doubt about it.
And the KONA IV pack is on its way.
There you go. A new person, Benjamin Nick, 100% right. I think he's referring to the Aaron Rodgers comments or whatever. Yeah. So yeah.
Amen. Ben, welcome to the show. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay. A former third-round draft pick by the Denver Broncos has left Seattle. No, it's not that dude, Russell Wilson, that guy. No, former third round pick in the 2019 draft by the Denver Broncos has signed with the Tennessee Titans. The name, Draymond Jones. He was part of that trade that was in the Russell Wilson trade. He signed a 1-year, $8.5 million deal worth up to $10 million with incentives with the Titans. I wish him all the best. Tennessee's a mess. I don't know if he's going to get those incentives, but hey, at least he's playing another year that he wants to play.
He gets to prolong his career. He gets $10 million, but you know what? All the best. And hey, I hope he expands his career and gets a better contract after that. Yeah, you're going to Tennessee, who's in a rebuilding or whatever they're going to consider it. By the way, Aaron Rodgers, why don't you go to Tennessee? They're in a rebuild right now.
Who's their quarterback?
Levi. No.
Leave on missed the boat that day. Oh no, that's
I don't know, but he did one commercial and he performed horrible this year. Honestly,
anyway,
I think Tennessee's going to have a new quarterback. They're going to get someone in the draft.
Yeah, well, then they got to go through the growing pains of a rookie quarterback, unless he's a Bo Nix, which I hope he's not. But
hope
he's not.
Speaking of Bo Nix,
Yes. I'm not doing a Bo Nix right now.
Nah. Okay.
No, I'm not. Was I gonna do one? I am gonna do one down the road.
Okay.
Okay. On the heels of Draymond Jones, who wasn't on the Broncos last year or whatnot. But anyways, the Broncos did sign a wide receiver. Mm-hmm. The Denver Broncos have signed a wide receiver free agent, former Vikings player in Trent Sherfield to a 2-year, $8 million contract. The report comes from NFL insider Jordan Schultz. I've never heard of the guy. I asked my nephew Bobby about him, and he said he remembers him briefly, but he wasn't a big standout. I don't know if that's going to be an upgrade. I mean, upgrade to what? I mean, we got Mims. We've got who's that guy that came that we drafted out of Oregon? Reynolds. Is it Reynolds? Josh Reynolds?
Yep.
So I never heard of this guy. I mean,
well, he had his best year ever in 2022 with the Dolphins. He had 41 catches for 30 catches for 417 yards. He was with Buffalo in 2023, just 11 receptions. Last year, only 8 receptions with Minnesota. So you know what? I like it if you're trying to fill a need and he's not trying to be the number one guy. So I like it if I would say this, if Sean Payton thinks this guy has talent and has ability and is not trying to be the man, bring him in. Let's see if he can help out.
Well, my thought on the whole thing is, okay, where's he going to fit in? You've got a Mims, you have a Reynolds, you have obviously you have Cortland Sutton. Who else do we have? I know we have other people.
Hey, the way receivers are these days and injuries,
well, true.
It doesn't hurt to have a good backup. It's an insurance policy.
And the good thing about it is he's experienced. It's not like it's a rookie. Yeah. I mean, he's been. Minnesota's offense is really good. Buffalo's offense is really good. Miami's, but at least
Miami's a high run offensive scheme. So yeah, I think he would fit in, but it's like I said, I think it's just an insurance policy. If he contributes, great. If he learns, good for him. Hey, it's insurance policy.
True. Good point. Speaking. It is time for the buzzsaw.
It is time for the buzzsaw. This is this part of the show where we have a topic that I have not discussed with Bronco Bill. He has not discussed with me, but this week I'm bringing the topic to the show. So here we go. Now, all of us know that Bill is a hidden Chargers fan. You know, Madungus loves to make fun of him and anything like that. So it came out this week.
Why would I think it has something to do with this? I don't know. But
this gets interesting. Quentin Jammer, a 13-year veteran who played 12 years with the Chargers, played his final year with the Broncos in 2013, was denied, the story came out, denied his dream to retire as a Charger. In 2013, he wanted to play one more season, and he offered to play for the league minimum. But Chargers ownership, who is notoriously making bad decisions left and right, said no. Instead, they offered a free agent for a 4-year deal over $20 million, who was an absolute bust. They got rid of him after 1 year, took a $15 million hit, and Quentin Jammer did not get his opportunity to retire as a Charger. Bill, as an undercover Charger fan, what is your thoughts on this story?
All right. This has nothing to do with directly to the Chargers per se. This could happen anywhere. What irritates me and frustrates me the most, this guy, Quentin Jammer, who did so much for the Chargers, is denied an opportunity to retire as the team. That would be like saying John Elway couldn't retire as a Bronco. or Carl Mecklenburg or Champ Bailey or anybody else. Oh, wait a minute. How about Rod Smith? I mean, excuse me. Shannon Sharp, who left to go to Baltimore and came back, and the Broncos brought him back. What is so wrong? A 1-day contract, a 1-month contract, a year contract. Put him on the bench, bring him in, whatever. Why don't they do the right thing? Okay. And I'm getting passionate about this because it's not about just one guy or a team. It's about any team with any player. They gave their heart and soul, their body, their energy, their training, their mindset, their gameplay, their passion for the game. And this is how you treat one of your players that did that much? Would they have done that with Dan Fouts? Oh, no way. Would they have done that with Charlie Joyner that I had on my show a couple of times? No way. They would not have done that. Why are they doing this to a guy who, gave them everything? Did Dan Fouts go to the Super Bowl? Never. Did Charlie Joyner ever go to the Super Bowl? No. Did Bambi Lance Allworth? No. They weren't denied. Sure, they didn't leave and come back, but Quentin Jammer didn't want to leave. That's the whole point. He didn't want to leave. And now they're treating him like crap. Seriously? Really?
See, you are an undercover Chargers fan.
That's my 2-minute take.
You are an undercover Chargers fan. I thought you would like that story.
No. But in all honesty, this could happen to any team. I mean, when a player does something, well, regardless, and if correct me if I'm mistaken, I don't know because I didn't look it up because that's the first time I've gotten this. He was a Pro Bowler, was he not?
Oh yeah, many 7. I want to say 7-time Pro Bowler. Yeah, exactly.
And you're not going to give him that opportunity to retire as a Charger.
No.
If I were him, I'd say, you know what? Screw you guys. I'll retire as a Denver Bronco. How do you like that?
There you go.
That's what I would do.
And that's and therein lies the imagery of the Chargers organization. I mean, call it whatever you were, but to treat a guy who meant so much to not just the organization, not just the players on the field, but the community of San Diego, and put your team in a position to go to the Super Bowl and to really deny him what the one thing he wanted after he put in so much, just shows how much the Spanos ownership does not understand and does not get it. And if there's any owners who are out there who want to buy a football team, please buy the Chargers, move them back to San Diego, build a stadium, and get that organization and that team and that city back united. That's just my few cents.
What the heck are you talking about? I got to hear these freaking people down here talk about how much they love this freaking team, and then when they're losing, they jump off. Anyway, that's a whole different topic. Everybody,
bandwagoners.
I know it drives me nuts. But anyways, that was a good buzzsaw. I like that. It got me all wound up because I don't understand nor like. Obviously, you've heard my passion. I cannot stand people who don't treat those who do them right and correctly, and they kick them to the curb. I just don't agree with that.
Yeah.
How do you do that to people? How are you so not appreciative? Are you? I mean, okay, maybe there might have been a riff or something where he said something, didn't like something special. But you know what? That to me is irrelevant. What did you do on the freaking field for my team? Did you make my team better or make it worse? Okay, whatever you did, that I said something you didn't like, you did something I didn't like. Come on, guys. Are we that freaking petty? Are we that childish? Seriously?
The only thing I researched everything, could not find an exact truth. There's had to have been a situation where Spanos asked him to do something and he didn't do it, or Jammer did something which went against some morals that the Spanos have. Yeah, morals and Spanos.
That's an oxymoron right there, right?
Exactly. But there had to be something like that. The two worst words put together in the English language: petty jealousy.
Well, that's what he's got, obviously. That's what Spanos has. I mean, if Quentin Jammer is willing to play for the minimum salary just because he wants to retire as a freaking Charger. Hey, my passion is with the Broncos. My passion is with the Avalanche. My passion is with the Cubs. Okay, if I were any part of those teams, and I wanted to, and I mean, come on, give the guy what he would want. Yeah. I mean, is that so hard for Spanos to swallow his mother freaking pride and his egotistical attitude and say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I made a mistake. You're right. I'll bring you back. I mean, come on. How much better would he look, Spanos, in the NFL and with fans than what he looks like now? He looks horrible.
Night and day. Night and day.
Yeah. Do the right freaking thing. And then Spanos wonders why the fans don't show up or they don't support. He doesn't support the players. Why would the fans support him? It's a mess, man. Just a total freaking mess. But anyways, that was a really that one got me all wound up. Thanks a lot.
I thought you would like that. I saw that story and I was like, oh, we're going to bring out the hidden Charger fan in Bill.
So you put it right in the middle of the top. So now I'm all split up for the last half of the show. Way to go, dude. Well, maybe it might be more than half. I don't know. All right. Broncos defense. Listen to this.
Let's hear it.
The Denver Broncos were in the top 5 on defense last season. With the returning players and those added, Denver should be much, much stronger. Here is a list of those players returning and signed: Alex Singleton, Riley Moss, John Myers, Brandon Jones, Jonathan Cooper, Dre Greenlaw, Zach Allen, and Nick Benito. Holy smokes.
Yes.
If we aren't loaded, we had better be in the top 5 again next year, if not in the top 3. I mean, that is insane, man. Singleton back, Jonathan Cooper, Dre Greenlaw, Zach Allen, Nick Benito. Oh my gosh, it's just great.
And they've been adding to that defense, strategically adding, not going after, not trying to bust the bank, so that they have plenty of room left for any kind of free agent. So they're doing some very smart spending right now in free agency, filling the needs without breaking the bank. So I commend the Broncos on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But man, look at the names we got.
I know.
I mean, if this isn't a top 3 or top 5 defense again, something's wrong. Something's wrong if we're not in the top. Plus we got the best shutdown corner in the entire NFL in PS2.
Hey, as long as he stays healthy.
And we got Green. Is it Dre Greenlaw that's on the opposite side, or is that the other guy?
No, I think that's Dre Greenlaw.
On corner or safety? No, we got a safety from San Francisco. We got we got one guy from safety. Yeah. This was just basically the interior defense or the linebackers and stuff. It wasn't the safeties and the corners.
Talanoga Hafagaya.
Yes. Yes.
I knew I would mispronounce it. I knew.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. He's our safety, or I mean our corner, or safety.
No, safety.
There you go. Dude, we're loaded.
We snagged him from San Francisco.
We're loaded. And on offense, we mentioned it last week. We got Evan Ingram. Oh my gosh. I don't know about you guys out there. I was excited for this show today because I knew about the energy that we're going to feel going into this upcoming season. Is it a harder schedule? Yes, it's going to be a harder schedule. But guys, It's going to be an exciting schedule because we got great playmakers on offense and defense. We still got Sean Payton, so hey, God, I'm excited. I'm really
excited, and it's going to be interesting to see if Sean Payton can put this all together and get these guys on the same page, starting training camp here in late July.
I think it'll be a work in progress, but what I would really like to see is with Evan Ingram and the new acquisitions after the draft and all that, is if Bo Nix did it last year, go somewhere, take these guys with you, and work through them. He did that with Cortland Sutton last year. He did that with Troy Franklin last year. Didn't really materialize in regular season, but it kind of did late in the season, but not early on. Listen, what was that?
I think my daughter hacked my account with the comment.
I didn't hear the comment. Was it good? Oh, down here. KONA Spence, Daddy, not too late.
Okay, JoJo, we won't go too late tonight. I promise. She's on her iPad right now.
That's so
JoJo,
cute.
I promise we're not going to go too late.
Cute. That is so cute, man. That is adorable. Is that the one that goes to the volleyball or softball or whatever it is that you go to?
She plays basketball. My son plays baseball and basketball, and
nice.
Seems like, the bigger they get, the more injuries my back and
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, at least she was polite. Said, "Not too late tonight, Daddy." she didn't say please, but that's and I like that.
No.
I like the exclamation point after Daddy. It's like, Daddy, not too late tonight.
Not too late, aren't you? Okay.
Oh, that's great stuff, man. All right. Pro Football Focus has come out with the top 7 teams they graded as the best grades in free agency. I'm going to start from the bottom and move up to number 1. Number 7, the Washington Redskins, Commanders. A-.
Not bad.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A-.
Really?
LA Rams. A-. Chicago Bears. A-. Buffalo Bills. A-.
Really?
Denver Broncos, number 2. A solid A.
A solid A.
The number one team with the best free agency acquisitions done by Pro Football Focus is
the Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings, A+.
Yeah.
Now, what did the Vikings get that was better than the Broncos? I mean, the draft they didn't draft a quarterback. We didn't draft a quarterback either. And not draft, but I mean acquire a quarterback in free agency. We didn't either.
I think
wide receiver, we got Evans, wide receiver. We got Dre. We got who is that guy? We got Dre Greenlaw. We got the other guy you mentioned from San Francisco.
We got DJ Jones we re-signed.
Yeah.
I think the reason they got an A+ is because they didn't sign Rodgers.
That might be a good point. If they signed Rodgers, they probably had a D-.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
She was going to come in.
Who's that? She can come in.
No, she needs something.
Oh.
Here.
There you go. Out of sight, out of picture. No problem.
Amen. Oh no, she's. It's interesting. My daughter.
Was that your daughter? Or was that Anna?
That was my daughter. Her iPad was running low on juice. She's like, "Daddy, where's the charger?" And I was like, "Well,
there's that doggone word again. Charger. Enough of that." You know what I tell my wife around here when she says, "Babe, do you have the charger?" Excuse me? No, I don't have a charger, but I have a Bronco that will work even better. It's faster. It works better. You plug it in, and it even says on there fast. And it says charger, but I changed. I crossed out and said fast Bronco.
So we got a fast Bronco in the guest room. We got a fast Bronco downstairs. We had a fast Bronco here. We got a fast Bronco in Anna's office, but they had to come in here.
Sure. Well, you know, they want to be part of the show, even though they don't want to put their face on it. It's all good. It's all good.
They love being on camera, even though they're shy. And
they love being on camera. That's why you went like this and had it behind the camera.
Yeah. No, she looked at me and went,
"Wow.
You don't mess with the Latinas in our family." I married a wonderful one, and I have a wonderful daughter.
Okay, so I agree. You want to know something funny? And we always do, guys. If you don't know the show, you're gonna find out now. We always bring in family stories. It's just we want this to be a family show. We want people to like know us, not maybe super personal thing, but we want you to know us. Okay, so check this out. So my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, is Hispanic. His wife is Italian. Okay, white, right? White complexion. I'm married to Susie, my wife, and she's Hispanic, and I'm white. So when we would take our nieces, Sarah and Maddie, and we would have them for, pick them up after school or something like that, whatever. This is years ago. They're in their 20s now. And we would do this years ago. We pick them up, we go to the store and get stuff for them or whatever. And they'd say, "Oh, those are beautiful daughters you have." Because they look, her brother's Hispanic, his wife, white, right? My wife's Hispanic, I'm white. They go, "Oh, what great daughters." And my wife goes, "No, they're our nieces." And after a while I said, "Shh, why go into that? Just say thank you very much. And we're done." So we would do that, but it's true. So you're right. So I don't know why I brought that in, but you mentioned that you're married to a Hispanic woman. I thought that was kind of cool that people would say, "Oh, what beautiful daughters." And so I've always kind of said, even though they're my nieces, I always treat them like they're my daughters because they're just great kids.
Yeah. My kids got all their looks from my wife. They didn't get it from me. They got my athletic ability, but they got the looks from Anna.
Well, there you go. Well, wouldn't you want that in a female, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. The topic of the show is still looking at wide receiver ? Well, I've got 2 possible wide receivers. I want your opinion on them because I got a feeling one of them is going to get under your skin.
Yeah.
Here we go. The Denver Broncos could use a veteran wide receiver to help out Bo Nix with another quality weapon. Could that person be Amari Cooper? Per NFL insiders, and I quote, "Cooper would be a nice fit for Sean Payton's offense at the right price." End quote. Yes or no?
No.
Why?
And I don't want, because Amari Cooper has that attitude we don't need. He has to be the man. He was the number 1 guy in Dallas. He's had that number 1 attitude going everywhere else. I don't want a 30-year-old who still thinks he's better. He's the number 1 receiver on our team.
But we don't have a true one. Everybody says we don't have a true number 1.
That's good. We don't. Cortland Sutton is the leader of the wide receiver corps, but right. Anybody can, in order to have a successful team, you got to have a mix of people who want to be number 1 or be the man or who are the go-to guys. Right. What made the Rams so good when they won the Super Bowl in 2021 is, they had Cooper Kupp, but they had other guys who would jump into the number 1 spot. Look at Kansas City, how they won their 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, they had some speed demon guy, but they had other guys who were supporting who could be the number one guy. If you have that prima donna attitude, like I'm the man, I
Oh,
want
you
the
mean
ball.
like Aaron Rodgers, prima donna?
Like I'm gonna say this, may stir up some people. Randy Moss, he had to get the ball thrown to him every single time. There's a great video which I saw on YouTube a long time ago, where the defense, how they could beat the Minnesota Vikings, is they watch Randy Moss's body language getting into position for a play, and when he was kind of like dangling his arms and just like this, or he was kind of knowing he wasn't going to get the ball, they went to someone else, and immediately the defense shifted, and that's how. You do not want a guy who has to have the ball thrown to him every single play. You want it to be a team effort, to be having different receivers being targeted on different plays. If Cortland Sutton was targeted every single play, that's not going to help the offense. So Amari Cooper, thanks for playing. Bye-bye.
Well, it's kind of like go back to the Broncos of old. You had Shannon Sharp, you had Rod Smith, and you had Ed McCaffrey. They all caught balls. Why? Because you can't cover all three of them and double covers. It's impossible. You double cover McCaffrey, you're going to Rod Smith or you're going to Shannon Sharp. You just can't do it. But you're right. If Cortland Sutton is going to be double covered, then they need to have somebody else open. And is that and you're saying, in your opinion, Amari Cooper's not the guy?
No, because Amari Cooper, I think, would not help with the culture, would not help with the right wide receiver core. Amari Cooper would have that attitude that he had in Dallas, where he was the man, and now he wants to be the man again. Maybe he has changed his attitude, but once you're a number one and you have that attitude that you're always going to be a number one, can you take that step down, a la Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah,
I would not waste my money on Amari Cooper. I think there's better and other options out there in free agency or possibly the draft.
Speaking of other options,
who?
The Broncos had a really good season last year. They know they need to build on that, no doubt. Would a Keenan Allen be a good fit for Denver over Amari Cooper, or do they try to sign both or neither?
So I like Keenan Allen. I would prefer him over Amari Cooper, but I would not sign Keenan Allen. He is very injury prone. And
so you're saying no to both?
I'm saying no to both because I'm saying no to Amari Cooper because I don't trust him to be a team player. And I'm saying no to Keenan Allen because he's just injury prone. He'll have one good game, then the next game something will happen and he'll be out for a month. So I don't trust his health right now to be a contributor. I think Keenan Allen would have that attitude that he could come in and support. He could be the second or the third option, or he could be the man on a play. I just don't trust the injury situation. I mean, look at his history with injuries. You name anything from the shoulders down, he has had it, done it, and been out for an extended period of time. I think that's a huge risk for the Broncos to bring him on to the team.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I thought this was interesting. I thought I was the man, Mr. Rogers, but followed by no 2-hour pods, Daddy. She has gotten a hold of your phone, buddy. She has gotten a hold of your phone. That is so classic, man. So classic. Good stuff, man. All right. This is a fast show, man. But we will get into some really good. We got some really good. The last two are going to be really in depth because I have a feeling what your opinion is going to be on both of them. So I have a feeling that leading into that, not a football story, but a sports story. Nice. This I thought was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. Although it has a football connection, The Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs, my favorite team, opened the baseball season in Tokyo, Japan, last week or earlier this week. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday. During the game, a foul ball was hit by a Cub player down the left field line. A fan caught the reason why I did this is a reason. A fan caught the ball, which may have been caught by a Dodgers player. Because he reaches in. It was Muncy reached in to grab the foul ball, and the fan didn't reach over into the field of play, legitimately put the glove above Muncy's glove and caught the ball. The person who caught the foul ball was former quarterback Rodney Peete. Ironically, Pete was wearing a Dodgers jersey. You would think he would let the ball go. It's Rodney Peete. For heaven's sake, if you want a legitimate baseball, all you have to do is go after the game and go, hey, man, I'm Rodney Peete. Can I get a baseball? They would give it to him, right? No, he reaches over the glove of Muncy, who's the third baseman, over the glove, catches the ball, and then stares him down going, gotcha, man, gotcha. And you know what? Muncy was pissed. He's like, you're wearing a Dodger jersey. What the heck are you doing? It's a regular season game because in Tokyo, when they start the season a week early, the first two games in Tokyo are counted in the regular season. So the Dodgers are 2-0 to start the season. The Cubs are 0-2 because the Cubs got swept. And he's ticked off because Rodney Peete catches the ball and then stares him down on camera and basically shows him up. My thought is Rodney Peete can throw a football. He can catch pretty well too, man. He reached out, boom, snagged that thing with his glove, dude. Now, Rodney Peete came to the game with a glove. What does that tell you? That tells you, yeah, I'm ready for something. I'm ready, right?
Yeah.
How cool is that, though? I thought that was pretty sweet that Rodney Pete's over there in Tokyo and kind of like, but the Dodgers end up winning the game anyway, so it wasn't no skin loss per se.
I would say this. I think Rodney Peete was in the right to catch the ball, to kind of he was in a position you kind of have to defend yourself because that ball's coming right at you.
Oh, sure.
So you can't. But here's the other thing. You're probably looking at the ball and not really focused on the player who might be coming charging after you. So you got to look, you got to protect yourself first. And
sure,
as a fan, if you can catch a ball, oh my God, that more power to you. It was the taunting part that do not appreciate that.
Right.
I mean, I would say this, if it was a preseason game, okay, but it was a regular season game, and to taunt one of your professional friends, I mean, that's wrong all across the board. So Rodney Peete, I hope no Dodger signs that ball. And I hope this happens. I hope Rodney Peete is banned from Dodger Stadium for the season.
Wow, dude. Oh, so you're throwing a penalty flag. If this was football, you're throwing a penalty flag for taunting.
For taunting, yeah. I mean, this a real Dodger fan who understands the situation would have done this and would have gone, oh man, I'm sorry about that.
Hand in the ball.
You want to know something? He probably would have been invited in to meet the Dodgers, take a picture, anything like that. But he had to taunt them. That's no. Come on, Rodney. If you were a Super Bowl winning quarterback, yes. You went to UFC, you won some games, great. But you do not taunt a professional athlete in a different sport. No.
So do we do an honorary jackass of the week for Rodney Peete?
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna do it right now. This is what we're doing. This is for Rodney Peete for being the jackass of the week. Here we go.
You suck, you jackass.
Yeah, and that's for the taunting part. That's not. It's not for the actual catch, which they showed the replay. He didn't reach over the railing. He didn't enter the field of play. He stayed within his boundaries. But
Muncie was right underneath his glove. He would have caught it.
He would have caught it. But at the same time, you're a fan, that opportunity to catch the ball, but also you got to protect yourself, because if Rodney Peete had let it go and Muncie wasn't there, who knows where the ball would have hit.
It might have hit in a place you don't really want it to hit.
Oh, you mean that place that gets chopped off after you get married?
Oh, never mind.
Manhood,
oh my gosh.
aisle one. Manhood, aisle one.
Wow, that escalated quickly. No doubt about that one. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, that's good stuff, though. That's good stuff. But you're right, though. I mean, he didn't go over the railing, but at the same time, I mean, you're right. You're caught between a rock and a hard place. You know, it goes back to the old Chicago guy, Steve Bartman. You know, I mean, he didn't lean over either. And what's the name? What was his name?
Oh.
Left field. I can see him.
No, not Abreu.
I can see him clear as day. Somebody in the chat may know. I know my nephew does, but I don't think he's in the chat. Anyways. Yes, Moises Alou. He had a chance to catch that, and I knew it was an L or AL. He had a chance to catch it, but the wall of Wrigley wasn't level like it was in Tokyo. It starts elevating up, and it was up here. I don't think he would have actually caught it. He may have had a chance. I don't know. He thinks he would have caught it, but
the ball was kind of, you know, they
it was right. It was right on the wall.
Right on the railing. So that's 50-50. But if you're a Cub fan, I mean, for all the heartbreak that you've gone through, and
tell me about it until that year.
Until that year. But what Steve Bartman had to go through, I feel for the
dude.
guy.
He had to move out of Chicago.
He had to change his identity. He had to change his social, change his
that's wrong. That's
change
wrong.
everything.
That's wrong. That's wrong. See, here's where I have a problem with, well, it's a whole thing, and I don't want to get political, but I'm just going to touch on this. It's the whole thing with the whole Tesla stuff. You're upset. You're upset at a particular person or a politics or whatever, and I'm not going down that road. I'm just saying you don't do that. You don't take it out on innocent people. Just like here, you don't take it out on Steve Bartman. You don't take it out on Rodney Peete, okay? The fans are in the stands for a reason. The players are on the field for a reason. There is a line, imaginary line drawn right there. It's 50-50, like you said with Bartman. It wasn't 50-50 with Rodney Peete. But still, I know what you're saying. But I don't know. As a fan, you're going to react because, oh, my gosh, I got a chance to catch a ball. I mean, let's say you got 45,000 people in the stands, and you're one of 45,000 that has a chance to catch a ball. You're going to try and catch that ball.
You're going to try to catch it. Absolutely.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not leaning over the railing kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
as long as you're not hurting the game.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're right. Showing him up on national TV by going, gotcha.
Gotcha. Exactly.
Yeah.
Taunting.
Yeah.
You know, where's that penalty flag? You throwing it right there. Personal foul, taunting, ejected from the game. Yeah, he didn't get ejected from the stadium. Now, granted, because they determined that the ball was out of the field of play, so was every right for him. But taunting, no.
And what's funny is Rodney Peete playing in the NFL knows that taunting isn't allowed. And then he goes and does it. Well, it's baseball. They're not going to throw me out. Whatever. I just thought it was interesting. Just thought I'd bring that up because it did have an NFL connection. And it is sports, but I just thought it was interesting. All right. Last two topics. Wow. We're not even up to an hour yet, but these two are going to get heated big time. Not heated. First one's going to get heated. Second one is always ended with the feel-good story, but I know that you have comments about that. NFL possible rule change. You better suck on that beer more because you're going to need it. You're going to be spitting nails after I bring this one, dude. You're going to be spitting nails, especially what I have to say about it. The NFC's best team last season, the Detroit Lions, have proposed a significant change to the NFL playoff seeding.
Playoffs?
Why would the Detroit Lions want to help out other teams in their own division? Hang on. Under the proposal by the Lions, the divisional winner with the conference's best record would still receive the number 1 overall seed. However, after that, teams would be stacked by their records accordingly, regardless of whether they won their divisions or received a wild card berth. A freaking man. I totally agree with it. Totally agree with it. No, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Totally agree with it. The Minnesota Vikings, the Minnesota Vikings, I'm using them because the Lions brought this up. The Lions were 15-2. The Vikings were 14-3. The Vikings were a wild card because they didn't win a division, but they would have been the 3rd seed in this format. I agree with that. Why? I love the hockey format. The hockey format is this. It's not based on wins and losses. That's true. It's based on points, which is also based off wins and losses. So you get 2 points in hockey, 2 points for a win, 0 for a loss, 1 point for an overtime loss. Okay? So that goes by points, which means in your division, you don't have to win your division. You can still be the number 2 seed because of the points. I like that because in tough divisions, you're going to have a harder time winning your division. But you still could have a great record, but now you're relegated to the wild card, which sucks. Now, I know people are going to point back to 2010, 2011, whenever Tim Tebow and played the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs. Yeah, that one. The Broncos were 8-8. The Steelers were 13-3. No, 12-4. They were 12-4. And they had to play in Denver because Denver won the division. That should not, under these rules, that would not happen. Did I appreciate the Broncos had a home game? Absolutely. But I don't like that because it should not be the fact. The fact should be based on record, not on, well, I'm in a weaker division, so now I usually got this. You know, I'm 12-5, and the next guy is 8-8. I don't like the system the way it is now, because that 12-4 team like the Vikings should have been the number 3 team, not the number 5 and a road game. Totally disagree. What do you think?
I think, you know what, this is how the playoff system is. You know what? Tampa Bay was a wild card team in 2021. They won the Super Bowl. Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers was a wild card team. They went out and they won the Super Bowl. The Giants in 2007 won the Super Bowl. The Broncos were a wild card team. They won the Super Bowl. You know what? When you get to the playoffs, who cares if you're home or away, what your record is? Go win the damn football game. Don't complain. Don't scream and yell. Don't change the rules. Here are the rules. Win your division, you get a home playoff game. It's that simple. Don't win it, but qualify through the playoffs, you get a chance. All wildcard teams had a chance. Minnesota, they didn't take advantage of their chance. Washington Redskins, they were a wildcard team. They won 2 road games, and they had a chance. They were there. Okay, so Kansas City, they had to go on the road and win games. This is the way the rules are. This is what makes the NFL unique. I like this system. Okay, take care of your responsibilities first, and don't you take care of your division. You get a home playoff game. In the NBA, you win your division. You might not be the home have the home court advantage. I'm not a big fan of that. NHL, you win your division, you get to be the home team, you finish second in your division, you get to have the home field advantage. This is how the rules are. If you don't like it, go up to the CFL and go move your franchise there. I like how the playoff seeding is. Hey, if you're the best wild card team, you go play the weakest division winner. And if you can't win that game, maybe your 14 wins were not legitimate 14 wins. It's the playoffs. Go win.
Wow.
Redskins.
Boy, you're spitting some
Redskins.
You're spitting some vinegar in that. I like it.
The Commanders.
Some emotion. I like it.
Here's what the NFL is going to say. Well, Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings, the Redskins went on the road to Tampa Bay and they won. Went up to Detroit and they won.
Was that a shocker or what, dude? That was a shocker and a half. Not for you?
Actually, no. I didn't think so because of all the injuries Detroit had on their defense.
True. Yeah, we mentioned this several shows ago. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Another thing, a proposal is by the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers. You ready for this? Because you know what's coming.
I'm ready.
Green Bay Packers have proposed to the NFL. We don't want the tush push because we got beat by the tush push in Pennsylvania. We don't want it. Do you think they'll ban the push tush or tush push or butt push, or I don't know what you call it?
You know what?
They'll ban it?
Honestly, my thought is
there is a rule in the NFL right now. I did read it. I don't mean I just want to interject this real quick before you say it. There is an NFL rule that says no player can push a player of their own team forward to advance the football.
Exactly, and that's what the tush push is.
Right. So why have they been allowing it? Because it's Philadelphia?
Who knows? There's a famous play because they have this in college that you can't do it. USC player going to Notre Dame, 4th down at the 1 yard line. I don't remember all the players, but it was during Pete Carroll's famous period. The running back basically shoved the quarterback into the end zone when he was stopped short. And, rugby does this. Rugby has the scrum. That's rugby. You push, you push, you push. Football, no.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know if it's Roy Paul or not. Because right here it said no 2-hour pods, daddy. So now it's followed up by saying I love the podcast. So
okay. Love the podcast. Assuming. Thank you. No, thank you very much. I honestly, I would hope they outlaw it because not because it's unfair and anything like that, but you get the linemen who are all pushing, you get the quarterback who's going, you get more momentum behind. So you get basically a lot more momentum. Then here's what you're going to say is, okay, well, get all the offensive linemen, get all the safeties and quarterback to come and push and put. That's not football. That's right. You know what? You hand the ball
you know what? You might have to call that rugby. Have you ever seen that rugby where they get in that circle and they going after the ball? Yeah, the scrum. Yeah, that's what you might as well call it. Don't call it the tush push. Call it the scrum. That's basically what it is. There's a higher risk of injury too.
Yeah, because one person slips and falls and more legs get
Or your quarterback going and all those guys on top of them.
Yeah, I hope they outlaw it. I don't like the play. It's just one of those, okay, whatever. Yeah. 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, here it comes. Yawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Manly.
I think it's I don't know. I'm so close to calling it cheating because it just doesn't seem like a fair play. And then people say, well, if you got a defensive line, just stack up the defense. But if you got guys behind pushing, that's a momentum, like you're saying. You don't have any. The defensive guys can't push their own defensive guy because that's illegal. But it's okay for the offense. That's not right.
That's doesn't add up. It's how the NFL has geared every advantage to the offense. I will tell you, kind of going on a tangent here. I used to go to arena football games here in Los Angeles when the Avengers played. I loved arena football. It was so much fun.
Really? Never been to one. Never been to one.
It was so much fun. But the NFL...
It's basically the length of a hockey arena, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's 50 yards. But the NFL started seeing how that was drawing a lot more fans, so they made the NFL rules to adapt to the offensives being more productive. This is just another rule that, even though it's in the rule book, you cannot push or you cannot use do any kind of advantage to give your player extra yards. But again, they're swallowing.
Well, you see it all the time. You see a running back go through the hole, and he's being stymied by 2 or 3 defensive guys, and you heard all these linemen start pushing him. I don't think you should be able to do that.
I don't think so either.
They don't have the ball. Why are they doing it?
But again, that's the NFL now. It's geared toward the offense.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you like the direction the NFL is going with more offense, less defense? And do you want to see, a 2-part question, and do you want to see the NFL more like college where it's 49-47? Ooh, no. You're thinking about it. No way.
I know. You know what I'd like to see is a good 28-21 game where there is some defense involved.
Right.
24-21. Some good defensive plays.
Do you like watching basketball?
Pro? No. College? Yes.
Okay, well, can't use that scenario then. Do you like watching? Okay, I'll use a basketball. In basketball All-Star game, they basically don't have any defense.
None.
Do you want the NFL to look like that?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And I think there was a game earlier this year that the final score was 6-3 or something like that, low scoring. That's not a bad game. It's if we got 2 good defensive playing well, it's just we're so fixated on offense, high scoring. Come on, more scoring leads to more excitement and all this and all that. What's wrong with a good 14-10 game?
Right.
Where the defenses are holding and defense.
And the crowd is into it because it's such a close game. It's like baseball. You have what they call pitcher's duel. You got a pitcher's duel. The game's 2-1. It's in the 7th inning. You've got a runner at second base, and you're sitting there. I know I was watching the Cubs in 2016 during the World Series. I'm sitting there going, "Come on, guys, come on!" I mean, you're into the game. When it's 41-3, you're like, "Yeah, well, there you go." You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you the basketball vernacular.
Oh my gosh, here he is.
Here he is. Hey, Clayton.
Hey, guys. Clayton says, hey, guys. Say, hey, what's up? He says, smash that like button and share, guys. And then he says, my birthday is on Monday. We will be in Vegas, baby. All right. Way to go, Clayton.
Happy 21st birthday, Clayton.
Happy 21st. Yeah, 21st. Yeah. Yeah, way to go, Clayton. All right, man. So, Clayton,
as I was going to say, I went to Loyola Marymount during their heyday in the late area, getting married there 10 years ago. Whoa.
Nice. Nice, dude. Now, I got to ask you, Clayton. Okay, you say you're getting married there 10 years together. Awesome, dude. Awesome. What made you choose Vegas as opposed to any other? Well, true. Plus, it's Vegas. Hey, Clayton, are you going to go check out Allegiant Stadium? Just drive by and check it out. Maybe drive in the park lot if they allow you. I don't know if they do, but go in there and take pictures. I mean, I've got this app called Earth Cam. No, not Earth Cam. Is it Earth Cam? Earth, whatever. Anyways, where you can go Earth Cam, yeah, and you can go to all these different places, and one of them is Allegiant Stadium. Dude, that thing is insane, man. It's got a camera outside. It shows the whole area of Vegas. It's right across from Mandalay Bay.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that thing is enormous, man. That thing's crazy. 42. Okay, well, that's 21. He said 21.
21 2 times.
And I said 21, so that's 42. So we got it right. It's
the second anniversary of being 21.
Wow, he's always wanted to get married there. Cool. Now, are you going to do it in the Vegas, in the who's that guy? Come on.
In the Elvis Chapel.
There you go, the Elvis Chapel. I couldn't think of the guy's name on the way. Yep, he goes, "Yep, I am."
Yep.
Yep, he is what? Let's go both. What? Let's go both right. I don't get it.
We're both right.
We're both right. Got it.
So Clayton, every married man right now is going to give you this lesson. Know the two most important words. Yes, dear.
Happy wife, happy life. Just remember that. I'm going to tell you this, Clayton. There's nothing rhymes with happy husband. I'm just saying. Happy wife, happy life. Okay? And then you'll be happy too because she'll be happy. Trust me. I've been married 28 years for the second time. No, not 20 years. No, I wasn't married 28 years the first time. I was only married 9. And that's a whole nother story I'll get into down the road sometime. Maybe. He said it's on the Strip where my mom got married years ago. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's great. It's like a family. It's like a cool little family thing. Good for you, man. Good for you. Well, you know what? I don't care. I'm doing it. Let's toast Clayton. I know he doesn't drink. It's all good. Clayton, congrats, dude. Congrats. Really do. Really am happy for you, man. Really am.
All right.
Happy
So
for
Clayton, most important question. Where's the bachelor party?
Oh, God. Is this a browbeating husband? Is your wife got a hold of that phone?
Yeah, exactly. Mrs. Schaefer.
That's not your last name, is it?
What?
Schaefer?
No.
Okay. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. I know you're not Paul. I don't think you're Paul. All right. The very last topic of the show. Are you ready? This is the feel-good story that we always try and do at the end of the show. Why? It's Friday. We're happy. A lot of you have payday on Friday. I don't get mine from the golf course till next Friday because it's every other Friday. But anyways, It's Friday. I only got one more day of work this week. I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday from the golf course. It's Happy Friday. KONA doesn't have to work tomorrow. I don't think so. Maybe, but maybe not.
I have a different job.
There you go. But it's Friday. It's the weekend for you guys. We always want to end it on a feel-good story. Here it is. This is great. Love it. Bo Nix last weekend was attending the Denver Nuggets game on Saturday in Denver, of course, and follow that up with an Avalanche game on Sunday against the Dallas Stars. Are you ready for this? I watched the game, guys, so I could tell you exactly what happened. They even commented on it. It was fantastic. It was a nationally televised game. Bo Nix is in the front row, no kidding, on the Avalanche bench side, with his wife and a couple of offensive linemen. Okay? During the intermission, he's presented with footballs, NFL footballs. What do you think he did with them? He signed, not only did he sign them, he threw them to people throughout the entire arena. Tell me this guy doesn't get it. Tell me this guy doesn't get the fact that he is now rooted in Colorado. He went to the Nuggets game. I don't know about it. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what he did there. Probably the same thing. But he gets Colorado. He gets Denver.
he gets frozen. All right. If Bill froze up, so I'm going to talk. This is why we're
okay. Wrap it up real quick on this. He and his wife are wearing Colorado jerseys, number 10 with Knicks on the back. Tell me this guy isn't Colorado's future Hall of Fame. And I said that Hall of Fame quarterback. What do you say?
He gets marketing. He gets being involved in the community. He gets involved intertwining all of the sports entities in Denver and in Colorado. You support the other franchises. They come and support you. You come out and you're visible to all the fans. You interact with the fans. You're a part of other cultures. That just brings more viability to your aspect, to who you are. This is why I wore Peyton Manning's jersey, because when Peyton Manning came here as a Denver Bronco, he did the same thing. He showed up at Colorado Avalanche games. He showed up at Denver Nugget games. He even showed up at Colorado Buffalo games, and he went up to Fort Collins, showed up at Colorado State football games.
Wow.
He gets it. Yeah. Being involved, immersed in the community, not just interacting with the fans on, nonprofit stuff, but from a sports perspective, getting that interaction going. Did we lose you again, Bill? I think we lost him. All right. But this is something, is more marketing of not just oneself, but one's team, one's organization.
Oh,
you there?
Yeah, I'm here now. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. We had some issues here. I know it's bright sunshine. There are no storms in the area, but we've had some issues with transmissions around here. I'm just outside of the proper of Temecula, so I'm just.
I've got to do a transmission quickly while you talk here.
Okay, do that. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, let me put this in here real quick. As always, Bill, great way to top off a Friday night. And then he says, such a great job. You as well, Spence. And I agree. Oh, Spence, you are the balance. Like my wife always says.
I'm the jelly to your peanut butter.
I don't even know how to take that one.
Hey, they go together. They mesh.
Oh, got it. I was thinking, I don't know. I'm sorry. I was thinking of freaking Mundungus thought, man. I don't know. I just had a Mundungus thought.
Come on. Mundungus is out in his own left field. Don't get trapped out there. Come to the real world.
Come to the bright side, not the dark side.
Come to the buzz.
The buzz.
Relax.
Oh no, that's a Rogers thing. R-A. No, that's a Rogers. R-E-L-A-X. Relax. I can't say that and enjoy it because Rogers says it's kind of like, when you heard him say it, wasn't that kind of weird? They kind of make your kind of hair stand up on your neck going, that dude's a little.
It made my essential tremor go into hyperdrive.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no doubt, man. Always love the comments in the chat. Always love everybody that shows up, whether they comment, whether they just watch, whether they listen. It's just a great show. I don't know what you felt about the show tonight, Spence. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. Insight on certain things, different topics. We brought in some baseball. We brought in some arena football. We brought in, obviously the NFL. We brought in different teams. We brought in the arrogant, egotistical Aaron Rodgers right off the bat. So, hey,
Yeah, and you know what? I got to give it up to the family. They have us on the big screen TV. They're
nice.
The high-def TV, so hopefully everybody's up there in Colorado. I am so jealous. I am not there.
Are my whiskers?
Look okay.
I guess I should have shaved ahead of time.
Yeah, makeup. Is the makeup okay? Is the lighting all good? I mean, we're on the high def.
We probably should have gotten powdered ahead of time and, gotten all
Mom, go get Dad another beer. He needs another beer or 2 or 3. Come on.
That's great. That's great. Okay. That is going to wrap up this Friday's. Oh, by the way, first Friday episode of 2025 in the spring.
Oh, okay.
In the spring.
In the spring.
Spring was today's Friday. Spring was officially what? Yesterday, I think it was. First day of spring was yesterday.
Officially yesterday. Usually it's always the 21st, but you know what?
Yeah, that's how I look at it too. Okay. So happy spring to you, my friend.
Happy spring. I'm glad we've sprung forward and we get that extra hour of sunlight so I can go outside and go take the dogs for a quick walk before taking my daughter to her basketball practice so she doesn't hack my account again and give us.
Hey, Mom, what's Dad's account? Oh, I got it right here. There you go, son. There you go. Not son. There you go, daughter. Oh, now I can mess with Daddy. He's on the show and he can see everything I'm showing him. There you go.
She messes with Daddy 24/7. She has this. You know what? I think it is. I messed with my parents growing up, and this is kind of, the world coming around. Baby. It's like, Mom and Dad, I messed with you. I now understand what you guys went through when I was messing with you guys. So my kids are messing with me. And
yep, absolutely. Yep. All right. We got a few minutes before you got to get out of here. Let's start out with David Yonkin one more time. I want to bring this up only because I want every single one of you guys in the chat that know that David Yonkin is one of our regulars. Please give your thoughts and prayers to David Yonkin. Don't know details, don't know anything about it, but he said, I'm in the hospital listening to you guys, been in the hospital since Monday. It's already Friday. That's 5 days, guys. Something is not good. So please keep him in your thoughts and prayers, especially David. We wish you all the best. If you go back and watch the show tomorrow, since you're resting, just want to say, hey, buddy, get well soon, please. Really do appreciate it. What's up, dude?
My mom just texted me and she said, what goes around comes around. Yeah, you're right, Mom.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
You're right.
So, David, thank you so much for being in chat. Johnny Linares, my co-worker at the golf course, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. We got Benjamin Eck. Thank you so much.
New.
Yep. KONA Spence, whoever that guy is. Paul Schaefer, Clayton Huron. Really do appreciate it, Clayton. Thank you so very much. Really do appreciate you guys watching each and every week. We know you've got a weekend ahead of you, a Friday night, things that you guys can do totally different than watching and participating and listening to the show. We really greatly do appreciate it. We don't take it for granted, none whatsoever, but we absolutely appreciate each and every one of you every single Friday. We've got shows all the way through the week, Monday through Friday. Do not forget Fridays, 5, 6, 7, and 8, Broncos Buzz, myself, Bronco Bill, KONA Spence, KONA, my co-host. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure every single week. KONA, you got anything to say before we check out of here?
Hey, you know what? Congratulations to you, Clayton. Welcome to the club. We'll talk more next week. Always say yes, dear. And to my parents and friends and family up there in Colorado, I hope you had a good time. More bourbon's on its way.
Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. Thanks of you in Colorado and Spence's family. Thank you so much for your support. And we greatly, greatly appreciate it. Everybody out there, have a fantastic weekend. KONA, say we are done.
We are done.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Tempo's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast's racking up the flame out.